What's up, everyone? So, welcome back to some more Alliance action. We're gonna talk about the Druids today. I'd love to review the ferrets, but I don't have a ferret. So I promised you guys I would talk a little bit about the Druid that I pulled. I ended up immediately pulling, not immediately, but after my first 300 pack or whatever, I pulled the Nature Ferret. No, not Ferret, Druid. And he looked better to me than the Water one. Just because I needed an AoE armor breaker. So instead of building the water one, I built the nature one. He is almost max level, so you're not going to see much of a difference in level. His gear is 5-star, okay gear. I'm running him Witchstone and Void Leather to try to get his aim up as high as possible. The reason is because I'm going to eventually maybe use him as my AoE armor breaker, and that's going to be his sole purpose. And you're going to see that his sole purpose is to do this A2 buff and this A3 debuff. I've played around with them in PvP, and I've yet to see Tangled Roots proc at all. I don't know if it even works. I haven't seen it once. And Wildfire, I'll show you guys in a second here. It's not really a big heal. You could build one like a lot of people build the ponies, where you put him on Swift Steel, so that he does more healing with his A1. Which really, if you wanted to make him a healer, I would go with Swift Steel, so that he's doing his A1 more often and healing. But again, I went for the buff debuff build for mine. That being said, if you look at his stats, I have 100% crit. So Witchstone is always going to proc on his buffs. He's got crap speed and no block, but he's got really good aim, 130. He's got plus 1,000 power and a little bit of HP, enough to not get one shot. Where I would, what he needs is he's kind of susceptible to getting killed off. So I'm gonna do. So let's do this. There's a green druid into a beast. I wonder what his arena team is. I'm sure it's probably using Nat 5s that I don't have. But anyways, so I'm just gonna do a run through this and kind of show you guys, the druid in action a little bit. You guys saw me on my last stream clear this. I was using Jungma. I switched it up to the little raccoon guy, the samurai cat, Mido, because he's just more reliable, and he also can clear faster than my Jungma. My Jungma was getting randomly sniped off. Random RNG happened. I could do it 100% with these three, so that's why I went with them. But yeah, you can see, so here, let me slow this down. So you can see his heal does about 500 to 600. Well, it only does 449 apparently. So he does a 449 heal with his A1, and that's with plus 1,000 power. So obviously you could build his Swift Steel and even more power, and he would heal more. But this is why I'm really using him for his buffs. You can see there, everyone has the Witchstone haste buff, which is nice, and then he should do his AoE enemy attack here soon. It must be on cooldown. Let's get it back up. There you go, cleansing bombs and that's. So there you go, he just did it. So everyone gets a slow and an armor break. That is Witchstone. So the slow is more effective, the armor break is more effective. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure all that stuff can be cleansed because they're both numerical effects. So yeah, you can see this is his downside. He's kind of squishy because I'm running power. I think I'm running only 1 HP on him. So he's like power, HP, power. Oh no, he's crit rate. That's right. He has crit rate weapon, power helmet, HP chest, and power gloves. So he's kind of squishy right now, but I wanted to get his power up so that maybe I can make use of his artifact if I ever pull one. But as you can see, yeah, with that comp, he doesn't really help out at all because no one cares about armor break. Armor break does not affect dots. like Mark. You know, if he did Mark, that would affect dots, but he doesn't. So let's bring him into the arena, because the main reason everyone is kind of hyped on nature is the nature one is because he has this, you know, whenever they get an extra turn, like a Swift Steel Prog or something like that, he can stun them. So let me see what Quase's team is, because yeah, okay. A bunch of nat 5s. I can't even see what I'm typing. Yeah, anyways. So I just want to see his stun in action here. So is this guy, let's see if I can find a Swift Steel team. Okay, so this guy's Swift Steel. His pony is probably Swift Steel. Oh no, it's a Witchstone pony. That's interesting. And of course he's got a Gaius. I mean, this, I might be able to get him to proc off of this. Let's see, let's do like... So ideally, once I build my nature Oathbow, Taiwan, he has a skill that ignores armor if they have armor break. I think it's his A2. Where? Which one is it? No, this is just AoE armor breaks. Anyway, there is a hero that if their armor broken, well, he does 50% extra damage on his A1, so this would be really good Swift Steel. But I was pretty sure there's a hero that does damage if someone's already armor broke. So stuff like that, you know. Yeah, he would go good with those. But, you know, I didn't have him, and he's a situational AoE armor breaker. Yeah, if one target is armor broken and you hit him with the AoE, then it spreads to everyone else. But I didn't have any true, you know, AoE just armor break everyone. So that's why I kind of built him. But we're going to see if we can get his passive to proc, which is this right here. It says it doesn't have to be a leader skill, so it should just happen. We'll see if we can stun his little water samurai cat. Let's find out what happens. I'm actually gonna not, normally I would kill the samurai cat first since he's the only threat, but since we're trying to see his passive in action, I'm just gonna let him live. Why is your Gaius not lead? I just noticed that. Huh. Oh well. So we go ahead and buff up. Yeah, my team. So yeah, if you look, I could have swore I've seen some yellow bordered heal over time. Maybe it was a normal heal crit that, I don't know, maybe if you have life steal, you can heal over time. Maybe that's what makes it crit on a heal. But so you can see the speed buff is Witchstone on all my teams, which makes them all go faster, so that's good. I don't even need a tiny head. Alright, so now we're going to do the slow and the armor break on everyone. And you can see it's Witchstone applied, so I'm pretty sure it's cleansable. It's just extra effective, so the pony is probably about to cleanse it. Let's see. No. How did... Oh, they used the... That's weird. The cat is on the ground over there for some reason. He used his little team attack thing, and since it's random targets, that's why he got targeted. As you can see, that really hurt. He took a lot of damage from that. See, armor break is really good. Like, I just melted that dude for 9,000. Come on, Swift Steel proc. It's the whole point of this. I want to see Swift Steel in action. So far, he has not procced anything. Okay, so he's stunned right now, but it didn't say that Swift Steel procced. But it not just Swift Steel, but he has these little combo points that make him attack extra. So it doesn't say anything whenever it happens. It just plug. As you saw, that might be why he fell over earlier, and I just didn't see. Maybe his buff list was full or something. I couldn't see it. But there we go. So that's how his passive works, and it is it is good for stopping that. You can see he's now stunned for his next turn as well. Or it stopped him from getting the turn, and it's going to stun persist. And since it's Witchstone, that can't be cleansed off. So, you know, shutting down guys like the Samurai Cats or people on Swiftsteel, it's pretty good. I don't think he's really killing anything though. Let's look and see how much damage he does. Well, never mind. So ever since I moved my gunner to Swiftsteel, I really like him. Like he actually does pretty good damage now. I think maybe I just Wartech on a multi-hit just doesn't work out. I think so. Oh god, no. This team just went and beat this team. If his ability, this little ability right here that's supposed to work on guard and taunt, if it worked on guard, I could do some stuff to this, but it doesn't work on guard, so we're skipping that. There's really no extra turn stuff there. This guy has some, typically is built Swiftsteel. Yeah, so we got a Swiftsteel guy in. We have a slow Demoness, that's weird. I'm not used to seeing a slow Demoness. So we don't need this guy, we can use Jungma instead. There's no taunt, so I don't need anything to strip taunt. You can see my Jungma is rank 2. So I'd rather use my Jungma for this, even though they might get off a... no, this guy doesn't put up... okay, the other ones put up a immunity buff, but he does not, so we should be good. We don't have to worry about... Yeah, we still have to worry about this guy, or the chick, because he's going to buff everyone's attack bars. I just realized that. But, and we'll see, hopefully Druid guy survives. Probably not. He doesn't do good on Alpha Strike teams because he doesn't live through the beginning. You either got to outspeed him or you got to live. And how I have him, I guess I could drop some of his power. Jesus. Like, hey, look, he's stunned though. So yay, his passive worked. Not that it's really gonna matter. We actually want to attack this guy. He's the one that's gonna do AoE hits. Yeah, just to hit everyone. Why not? Rip. Yeah, I have an Alpha Strike team too that would have wrecked this team. So you have to get the turn 1 over his the time. Yeah, so you can see my Jungma survive longer than him. So I don't know. I might come off of the power just because his heal isn't that. I mean, if you're building for the heal, then by all means build for the heal. There's basically 2 abilities that just don't work well. With his heal kit doesn't synergize with each other. You either build for his A1 and his artifact, where you have a lot of power and you want to kill stuff, and then he also heals, right? Or you build for his A2, A3, and A4, which is what I did, where he is there to buff and debuff, and then stun. And you want all that to be Witchstone so that it's more effective and can't be cleansed, especially the stun. You don't want the stun to be cleansed. And we saw that works great. However, I have power, and honestly, I'm gonna switch them both to HP if I have the gear now. Which is, I would use 5% crit, and I guess I would lose like 10% crit, 90% crit is still decent. But usually there's no reason for me to build for his A1 and his artifact, because it's too hard. You're gimping his survivability, and I would rather him survive and do more buffs and debuffs than try to get a use out of these 2 abilities right here. Now, in contrast, if you look at the Fire one down here, all of the Fire one's abilities are like damage based. So you can run him as like a damage dealer, even though he's labeled as a support. You can actually run him as a fire AoE damage dealer. Because he does double damage to low life enemies. He ignores 25% of their armor. So you can run him power, and all of his skills sort of synergize around that. His heal is again based off of his power. His A1 based off his power. All of his stuff is based off his power. The nature one and the water one have their buffs that have nothing to do with power. So they're more utility, or they can be utility. If you build them power, you're not really getting the most out of their buffs and debuffs. So I mean, their A1 and the artifact just doesn't work with the nature one and the water one. Works great with the fire one, but not with. I think for a common, then those are the two skills that are common. The artifact skill and your A1 are shared across all heroes of any element, right? So all the druids, no matter what their element are, have the same A1, have the same artifact. Well, it's kind of crappy that A1 and that artifact don't really play well with how you would gear them, how you would gear 2 out of the 3 RGB elements. That's just my gripe with him. As you saw, he got wrecked really quick in the arena. And that's going to hold true in PvE as well. He's going to get wrecked really, really fast. So we'll do one more here. I'll give you an example. So this is pretty close to that other team. They have a 109 speed Natan or whatever. Let me show you what my speed team is. So this is my speed team. Pretty similar, except I have a Valentina, and guess what? She's faster. And oh yeah, I also have an Eos, and she's faster. So I'm going to get A1. I'm going to put up evasion. I'm going to attack bar buff my team and extend the length of evasion. And even if you do get turned off, evasion is going to block your stuff. So haha. This has been my Alpha Strike team that works really well. So you see he's going to, well, my Drumon might cut. No, he didn't cut. So now he's going to do his thing. Oh, hey, guess what? Evasion blocked everything. And there goes their A1. And as you know, if you can survive an A1 on an Alpha Strike team, you win. And so since I survived his round 1, I'm going to win. And even though, yeah, I have an Alpha Strike team too, so you could say the same thing applies to me. Well, if you don't kill him in 1 turn, well, guess what? Mine is designed to take 2 turns. Because I use Valentina to give Jungma basically an entirely refreshed skill set. And you guys have seen this team in action before. I just speed tuned my Valentina and my Eos to be perfectly in sync. So as long as they don't cut between those two, and as long as I can get the first turn, it's pretty much in the bag. But yeah, so that's it. That's my rant about the Druids. Everyone, good luck in the tournament. Hope all you pull ferrets, and wish me luck too. All right, take care. See you guys on Monday.